It's time for GMA3. Under arrest, 5 people linked to the burglaries at the homes of high-profile athletes, including Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, taken into custody overseas, awaiting extradition to the United States. How authorities tracked them down. Shark scare, one couple's terrifying encounter while kayaking.
I could see the fin, and then he came right at us, hit the kayak.
Sharing their story after a tiger shark attacked their kayak. And injectable peptides reality check.
These 2 peptides have changed my life. Let's talk about it.
The craze is sweeping social media, but they come with serious safety risks. Dr. Darian Sutton is here. It's time for GMA3.
Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I'm Cameron Matheson.
I'm Elizabeth Schulze. We are here with Rhiannon and Allie. Great to be with you guys on a Tuesday.
Good to be here.
Happy Tuesday. We're going to show something that's changing people's lives, apparently.
Right.
Can't wait for that.
Right.
Also, we're so excited because our chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, is here. She has been covering the military and on the front lines in war zones for decades. And now she has a new book. It is called The Hero Next Door, and she's sharing some of the inspiring stories of the men and women who serve in our military. She's going to tell us all about it.
Yeah, that's amazing. And Tori Johnson is here with Deals and Steals, free shipping on everything from jeans to crossbody bags.
Yes.
There she is over there. The savings start at $20, everybody.
Oh, we can't wait. But we're going to begin with the arrest of the multiple suspects in the series of high-profile burglaries at the homes of professional athletes, including Travis Kelce. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky is here with more on this story. Hey, Aaron, what a wild twist.
It is, and it's taken 2 years, investigations on 2 continents, but now several alleged thieves who authorities said broke into the homes of high-profile athletes are in custody, and they're awaiting extradition to the United States. 5 people linked to burglaries at the homes of Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and other professional athletes are under arrest in Chile, where the FBI has said the rash of thefts originated. Over the middle, wide open, Kelce again. The Chiefs were playing a Monday Night Football game in October 2024 when thieves broke into Kelce's home and stole jewelry, watches, cash, and other luxury merchandise. Kelce and Taylor Swift were staying in a hotel at the time.
Bobby on the block. Spin move, pays it off.
Less than a month later, authorities said the same crew targeted the Milwaukee home of Bobby Portis while the Bucks were playing a game against Cleveland, stealing $1.5 million worth of watches, chains, personal items, jewelry, and cash.
I had a home invasion, and they took most of my prized possessions.
Investigators said some of the suspects are pictured in this photo with the loot. Notice one wearing a Kansas City Chiefs shirt. Federal prosecutors tied the suspects to the burglary of NBA star Ja Morant and an unnamed player for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers who had nearly $200,000 worth of property stolen, including Rolex watches, a Louis Vuitton suitcase, expensive jewelry, and a gun. The crew targeted the athletes while they were working, using the public schedules and locations of games, making it easy, prosecutors said, to know when a particular athlete on a particular professional sport team will be away from his residence. Argentine authorities said several of the suspects were arrested in Argentina after breaking into the home of Juan Martín del Potro, once the number 3 tennis player in the world, and that led to other suspects. These burglaries prompted an FBI warning to professional sports leagues and changed how some athletes approach their own security. The Chilean authorities expect quick extradition. We should see these guys back on U.S. soil. Federal charges are here waiting.
Well, can't believe that they got away for that long. I mean, we were waiting for them to get caught.
One more athlete, and that's what did it.
Exactly. Thanks so much, Aaron. Sure. Let's turn to the terrifying moments for a couple kayaking over the holiday weekend, finding themselves fending off a tiger shark. The couple is now speaking out, and Hannah Batad joins us with a story. This one is pretty scary.
Yeah, it's seriously startling situation, you guys. This couple was kayaking off the Hawaiian coast when they noticed a fin pokes out of the water, then heads directly towards them.
One of the scariest things of our lives. We thought we were going to flip.
A Maui couple speaking out after a terrifying encounter with a shark. The bite marks visible on their kayak.
It was either me or the shark, or us or the shark.
Chelsea Akima and Alika Dickerson say they were kayaking about a mile off the coast of Olowalu on Maui's west side when suddenly they saw something emerge out of the water.
I could see the fin, and then he came right at us, hit the kayak.
They say it was a tiger shark due to its light gray stripes and looked longer than their 12-foot kayak.
And I was like, oh my God, it's a tiger. And I'm just like holding on to my seat, trying not to even look at it.
The shark then grabbing hold of the kayak, shaking it around violently.
I was just immediately holding on for dear life.
When it first hit the kayak, I didn't even know it. We were just splashing back and forth, and then I looked and he was just holding on to the kayak.
The couple then making it back to shore when they noticed these bite marks on the side of their kayak.
I'm just more like on alert now.
Right, so because of their size and feeding habits, tiger sharks are considered the most dangerous in Hawaiian waters, according to the state. The couple says they have been back out on the water since, but like you heard her say, just much more alert now.
I'm not sure I'd ever go in the water.
No
way.
Kayak, in other words, shaking the kayak around. Those things are not super stable as is. Do you know what I mean? It's amazing they didn't capsize.
Yeah, I wouldn't be putting my trust in. They said they were holding on for dear life, and you can understand why.
Stuff nightmares are made of, everybody. All right, let's shift gears here a little bit. Let's get to the NBA playoffs. Here in New York City, you know it, the New York Knicks booking their spot in the finals for the first time since 1999. I was at those finals, by the way. Completing a sweep of the Cavaliers. Now, Rhiannon, you've got all the highlights.
You were a toddler, right?
I was just, yeah, that's right. I was a tween.
Right. Okay, so this feels a little bit like fate, right? Yeah. The Knicks have not lost a game since the first round of the playoffs, sweeping both the 76ers and then, of course, the Cavs last night to head for the finals, as you just heard, for the first time since Cameron was a toddler. 27 years. The world looked a lot different the last time New York went to the finals. They dominated Cleveland last night. It was a 130-93 blowout. The Knicks built a staggering 45-point lead in the fourth. Now 11 straight playoff wins, all by double digits, and the captain, oh, did he deliver. Jalen Brunson, unanimous Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And it was a full circle moment for the Brunson family because his dad, Rick, was part of the last Knicks team to reach the finals in '99. He's also an assistant coach now. Fans were ready, though. Oh, wow. Outside of Madison Square Garden, it was pure chaos. Look at this. Flooding the streets, climbing barricades, even light poles. The official watch party was canceled, but you know New Yorkers, that didn't stop them, not one bit. Knicks fans even taking over in Cleveland. Superfan Spike Lee was there along with Timothy Chalamet and Ben Stiller. There they are in their orange. So the noise was so loud there in the arena for the Knicks that they ended up turning up the sound system. They were trying to drown them out. Yes. The finals, of course, are next. They start Wednesday, June 3rd, right here on ABC. By the way, that's a full 9 days after that sweep last night. But the team is not going to just rest the whole time. Right. They already told their coach they want to get back on the court. They want to prepare to face off the winner of OKC and the Spurs. Yes, they want to keep that momentum going.
Knicks fans have been very patient, like you said, since I was a toddler.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But it's great to see the energy in the city, and the weather cleared up last night for that party. I mean,
I want to know who paid like $270,000 for that ticket. I mean,
wasn't me.
It was Cameron.
Well, let's not get crazy. All right, everybody, coming up, the American Music Awards are kicking off summer with an incredible performance, including rock star Billy Idol performing on that stage for the first time in his career. The details coming up in Pop News. Welcome back, everybody. It is time for Pop News with Sophie Flay.
I like that intro. Thank you. Hey, guys, let's begin Pop News with some music news. The American Music Awards kicked off summer in a big way last night in Las Vegas. BTS opened the show, marking the first American award show appearance in 4 years, performing Hooligan before taking home the AMA for Song of the Summer for their hit Swim, as well as Artist of the Year. Queen Latifah brought back the 90s in epic style, returning to the AMAs as host for the first time in 30 years and celebrating with performances from Hootie and the Blowfish, New Kids on the Block, the Pussycat Dolls, and Busta Rhymes, and so many more. Fresh off Coachella, Cat's Eye walked away with 3 awards, including New Artist of the Year. Billy Idol was also honored with the ceremony's Lifetime Achievement Award, saying that he started his career thinking it would last 6 months, and 50 years later, it's still all about the love of the music. Billy then launched into a medley of his greatest hits, including Eyes Without a Face and Dancing With Myself. Huge congrats to all of the night's winners. A lot of them there.
Good Billy Idol.
I know, he still looks great. He's on my workout playlist still. I don't know what that says about me, but yes, one of my good friends is in his band, so I just saw him on that footage.
It says you got good taste. That's what it says.
Thank you.
Yes. And how about some Muppet mayhem, you guys? The characters have officially taken over Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney World, and the newly revamped attraction opens today. But first, a note from Joel, the Legal Weasel, about the name of the ride. Take a look.
Greetings, Joe from Legal here. Just wanted to provide clarification on the officially sanctioned nomenclature of Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets on behalf of my clients, the aforementioned Muppets. The official attraction title is Rock apostrophe lowercase n apostrophe roller coaster. 2 words. Not rockin' roller coaster, not rock and roller coaster. It's really not that complicated.
It's really not. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yes, we were all wondering.
Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets is officially rolling at Disney's Hollywood Studios now. And finally, high school graduation season is in full celebration mode, and no one is taking it more seriously than graduate Amira Marquis, going viral for her dance moves after receiving her diploma in Louisiana. I know, look at her go. Even more impressive, students at that school can earn a college associate degree while completing their high school diploma. Oh yeah, she is rocking. So Marquis will begin at Alcorn State University this fall as a junior studying social work. I'd say that's where it's busting to move over. And talk about graduating in style. Check out these seniors at Airport High School in Michigan, arriving in tractors and ATVs and golf carts. Turns out it's a long-standing tradition at this school. 35 miles south of Detroit, Tractor Day allows seniors to honor the area's proud agricultural heritage and roll into school one final time.
Do you have to be 16 to drive, or you can just kind of...
That's a good question. You know what? We'll get back to you on that.
They drive different things to graduation.
Ferraris, Bentleys.
Yeah, it's a different kind of lineup for sure. All right, everybody, coming up, Troy Johnson is here with Deals and Steals, free shipping on everything. Come on back.
We are back with Deals and Steals, and Tori Johnson here with a favorite, free shipping. When
free shipping. Okay, so we're starting with another favorite, and that is NYDJ. These are the jeans that fit, flatter, just feel great when you put them on. It's because of that stretch.
Stretchy.
Yeah, it's the perfect amount of stretch. They also have their built-in lift tuck technology, which lifts and smooths in all the right places.
Love that.
We've got all of their silhouettes, skinny, slim, straight, boot cut. The Maryland Straight has been their best seller, 20 million pairs in the last 20 years. Yeah,
not bad.
it's just like a consistent, everybody loves it. But depending on your body type, we also have petite, plus, and tall. So many different washes and silhouettes.
Colors.
Everything is 50% off, plus free shipping.
There you go.
There you go.
They're not too stretchy, too. They don't get like stretched out.
Correct. They don't. So you can rely on the fit.
Perfect.
Okay, some new bags making their GMA Deals debut with us. These are genuine leather. So we've got a full grain and a soft grain from Pom Pom London. So you can add a little British style flair to your wardrobe. And they're just a lot of fun. And they've got a really great strap on them that allows you to either wear it shoulder length or lengthen it to be a crossbody. We've got a clear, big variety of colors, 2 different styles. These are best sellers. And with us, they are 50% off plus free shipping. Free shipping. You got it. And they feel really nice. And they've got that little adjustable pom-pom. Okay, Revitaline. These are shoes that are really all about comfort and that real kind of support that you can count on. So if you notice from this, that is not a super flat flip-flop. It's got that really great arch support, that contoured footbed, plus a really nice amount of cushioning. All of these are orthotic-based footwears. We've got everything from slip-ons, flip-flops, sneakers, bigger assortment that you will find online, plus the men's styles are online. So if you're looking for stability at a savings, today's your day. 50% off plus free shipping.
Today's your day.
Today's your day.
These are like wear around the house.
Yes,
comfy.
very easy, especially for summer. Okay, Canopy. So this is a really easy way to have a glow on the go because it's a portable humidifier that will allow you to bring that dewy skin literally anywhere. You could put this right next to your desk. You could put it next to a bedside. It even comes with this little pouch so you can travel with it. TSA approved to travel with.
Amazing.
And it has, yes, it's rechargeable. Exactly. And it has this little aroma stone that goes right on top. So you put your aroma essential oils on here and you get that little, kind of luxurious scent. 50% off and free shipping from Canopy.
If you have like a sick kid though too.
Yes.
The humidifier, helpful.
Exactly. Okay, this is from Proper Hills. It is a digital picture frame that allows you're laughing because Michael said what if your grandma gets the wrong picture? I'm like, grandma's gonna get a thrill then. So it allows anyone can send a photo or video straight to this frame. So imagine a family where the kids live everywhere, the grandchildren live everywhere. If everyone has the code code to that frame from the free app. They can send photos.
I see.
Yes,
I
so
see.
it's a really great way to share memories with family. These are all $65 plus free shipping. 20,000 photos and videos can go on that.
Wow.
And then finally, this is Open Move. So these are bone conduction headphones. So instead of going in your ear, they go around it.
And seeing people with these on the street.
And what it allows is you to be aware of your environment. So if somebody's calling your name, if somebody is beeping, if someone's telling you to watch out for that car, you can hear that. But you can also an ambulance. You can still enjoy your sound. These are $50 and free shipping.
Amazing. And free shipping on everything. Thank you so much, Tori. We have partnered with these companies on great products, and you can get them at GMAdeals.com. Coming up, Health Alert with Dr. Sutton on those peptides and the craze. We'll tell you all about it. Welcome back to GMA3. Tomorrow on GMA, Mindy Kaling and the cast of her new comedy, Not Suitable for Work, will be here. Mindy created the show about workaholic 20-somethings trying to balance success and having a life. Yeah, something we all try to do. They are going to be here for the big premiere of that one.
Plus, we'll have more laughs with Wanda Sykes. She has a new special called Legacy. It's shot at her alma mater, Hampton University, with the bold comedy the Emmy winner is known for. Buckle up, everybody. It's going to be fun.
Yes. And we're cooking up something special. Chef Sam Hazen will be here. He's making his famous Strahan steak, which, is very popular with a certain member of our team. Probably you can figure it out. Yeah.
Sounds good to me. All right, let's get to a GMA Health Alert now. This is a peptide craze. You guys have heard about it, sweeping social media right now. More and more people say they are using injectable peptides, from young men in search of the perfect body to wellness influencers to middle-aged men and women looking for the fountain of youth. But do they really work, and what are the dangers? We've got the amazing Dr. Darian Sutton here with a reality check. Welcome, Dr. Sutton.
Thank you.
Why do you think suddenly everybody is using them out there?
Well, that's the goal. You hope that they can always optimize certain functions, and those branch-chain amino acids, which we often call in the hospital, they're just small pieces of protein.
Yes.
They signal different cells in the body, different systems in the body, and what the goal is to influence, hopefully, muscle development, hormone release, and even in terms fat burning. And many people might not realize this, but there's over 100 different peptide-based medications that are actually FDA approved, some of which are commonly known. Insulin, for example, all GLP-1 medications are peptide-based. The issue is that the goal, or often the target, when they're advertised, is that they're going to be quick and targeted. But these systems, as you probably can understand, are very complex and nuanced, and that is where risk comes into play.
Okay.
That's good to know that they've been around. This is actually not a totally new, but the word peptides is being used everywhere. So what do we know about the science about kind of when it works, when it doesn't, when there are the dangers?
Well, the peptides that are currently and commonly being advertised on social media are often not the peptides that you'll see in the hospital. These are peptides that are sold often through gray markets and through other places, which are simply not safe. And the research behind those peptides is extremely limited. There's really little to few human studies, and that's what we use to help us understand where that risk lies. And it's so important to remember that when you're using any kind of product that has limited studies, you're essentially participating in somewhat of an experiment. And that means you're taking on the risk, you're hoping for the benefit, but the goal in making sure that you're eliminating that risk comes down to monitoring. And that's what's so important. Many people who are using these products don't have specific monitoring. They're not telling their physicians about it. They're possibly getting adverse events or reactions, and then that is what creates poor outcomes for people.
So the ones you're talking about right now are not regulated at all?
The peptides that you'll see online on social media are not FDA approved. There's limited studies behind them, and so when you're taking them or when you're using them, that's a substantial amount of risk, and that risk is because it's unknown. You know, everything has risk, but a lot of when something is unknown, that risk is of course unknown, and so making sure that you're checking through and figuring out whether or not you're getting adverse events. And this has been previously concerned by the FDA. They've cited the risk of hormone abnormalities, problems with functions in terms of abnormal cells. That's the basis of creating cancer. And so these are some real long-term risks that we're just not sure about yet, and that's why it's important to talk to your doctor before you use any kind of product.
Talk to your doctor. Thank you so much, Dr. Sutton. We could talk peptides all day, but we're also hungry. And coming up, Chef Todd Miller is here to help us kick off the summer grilling season. There he is. We are joined now by trailblazing hip-hop pioneer MC Lyte. She is leading this year's class of inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and she's here to talk about it. Yay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us, when you heard the news, how did you feel? How did it happen?
Oh, goodness. I was on a 3-mile walk. I know that sounds like I'm showing off. I barely ever make it. But I was on the walk, and my COO, we walked together. We live in the same cul-de-sac. And she said, oh, yeah, and by the way, I was like, what? So I was kind of, yeah, like it's very easy. And I took it easy, like, oh, okay. No, but I was shocked, honestly, because it wasn't something that I even was aiming for, you know, like a bucket list kind of thing. I wasn't aiming for it. But I was totally psyched once I found out.
And you are in very good company here.
Yeah.
Queen Latifah, Phil Collins. What's it like to be in this group of celebrated artists?
Oh, goodness. Well, you forgot Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang,
which there's so many people that obviously we don't need to say here. But I was... First off, with Queen Latifah, we started out together. You know, like I'm a few months in it before her, but we met at the New Music Seminar, and we took on hip hop as these two young girls when nobody else was paying attention to hip hop in that way, especially women. And so that feels amazing. We talked right after it, and she was like, "Can you believe this?" And I was like, "Yeah, right." And so we're excited. And then of course Wu-Tang Clan and Phil Collins, I grew up listening to, you know, way before I took the microphone. So I'm extremely honored. Celia Cruz, the whole allotment.
And this is extra special because you're receiving the Musical Influence Award for your contributions to rap, which is incredible. You have contributed so much. When you look back at your career, what stands out to you?
Well, performing for Obama at the White House, you know, learning what the green room really means. You know, we got the term green room because the room right before you perform for the president is actually painted green. So it was great. And I was on the dais with Smokey Robinson and Carol Burnett and James Taylor, people that I grew up looking at and listening to. So I was honored.
It is hard to top the White House as a venue. We know you also gave a commencement speech earlier this year. I think we have a clip that we're going to show from that.
Defining your destiny means you must be intentional about your surroundings, with what you watch, with what you listen to, with who you spend your time with, and the words that come out of our mouths. Words that speak life will make you unstoppable.
Love that. I mean, what advice do you have, not just to young artists, but to so many who look up to you as a role model?
To forever be a student.
Always learning.
Yeah, always learning. I think the thing that we do most, or some of us do, is act as if we've already learned it all. And I think that's a huge mistake. Yeah.
I said to you during the commercial break that I love the song you did with Janet, You Want This. It's like one of my favorites. She said, I don't really perform that very often because your fans aren't as much into the pop.
They want paper thin and roughneck and cha-cha-cha, but they still love You Want This.
But what do your
I
fans
toured
mean to you?
with Janet and was able to do that song every night with her. It's a difference when you're there on the stage with Janet doing You Want This. But what was your question?
What do the fans mean to you? Your diehard fans.
Oh goodness, everything, because they're asking for the songs I never do. You know, we just left Chicago, and of course they want Light as a Rock. And they want the house version. So it's great to be in certain regions where they want certain songs. It makes me feel as though they're engaged, and I love that.
They love you, and we love you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Congrats again. The 2026 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction is Saturday, November 14th in Los Angeles. You can watch the ceremony in December on ABC and Disney+. Cameron.
All right, well now to summer grilling season. Here we go. Todd Miller is the executive chef at the Guest House, and he's here with some delicious recipes to make your summer cookouts a surefire hit. You can't go wrong. You were just telling me you can't go wrong with steak, right? We've got a southwestern skirt steak. Let's talk about the flavor. Where does it get that southwestern flavor?
We start right here.
Okay.
We start here. We're gonna take these spices, amazing spices.
I'm gonna help out.
Yeah, coriander, cumin. Go ahead and go in.
Great.
Go garlic. Little paprika.
Boom.
More smoked paprika, chili powder.
Look at this.
Some cayenne. I'll go salt, and you finish with sugar.
Okay,
give it a little
there you
stir.
go. A little sugar in there too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stir that up.
While you're stirring, I'm gonna go ahead and coat the steak with this. You know, the thing that's great about this, what's really amazing about this, is this is not only for steak. You can do this for chicken, for shrimp, for whatever you want.
Same flavors.
Same, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just a nice, you know, utilitarian kind of spice. We do that.
And then the skirt steak, I know it doesn't take long to cook on the grill, but how do you get it just right? Because I tend to overcook it a little bit.
I'm going to give you this simple tip. So basically, it's a very, very thin profile steak. Give it a little bit of oil, put it onto the grill.
Yeah.
And you're going to want to go 1 minute, turn it 1 minute, flip it 1 minute, turn it 1 minute. It's done. Let it rest.
Is that right?
That's it. That's all you got to do.
That's it. No wonder
really
I overcook it. Okay, good. Let's let that cook for a little bit. Let's move on to the corn salad. You serve it with this yummy corn salad.
Oh, yeah.
How do you cook the corn? How do you prepare that?
Oh, nice and easy. This is a one-step thing.
There you go.
We just basically rub the corn with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, throw it on the grill, and then until it's nice and roasted. And you know what? The great thing about this is if you don't like the char, then don't char it.
Yeah. I love the char, so I'm glad there's some on there. Now, what else do we have here that's going in this? And also, I know you can sort of prep this in advance, and then you'll tell us what you add last minute to make it fresh.
All of it ahead of time. We got corn, we have heirloom tomatoes, we have fennel.
Am I dumping?
Dump it all in.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go ahead and go rock it in.
Now, look at this. Everybody's excited. Yeah. They want to eat.
We got some charred beans, some celery.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and throw in a little bit of salt over
Let's
here.
do that. Oh, from a distance. You got to do it from a distance, everybody.
A little bit of salt.
Yeah,
Go ahead and pour in some olive oil. Pour in some olive oil.
How much?
About half that.
Okay.
Okay, let's throw in a little bit of fresh lime juice. Go ahead and give that a stir. Go ahead and give that a stir.
Okay, I got you. I'm falling behind here, Chef.
Oh, you're good.
I'm falling behind. Okay, now, so the olive oil, the salt and pepper is what you kind of add in at last minute.
Last
keep it nice
minute,
and fresh.
yep.
Okay.
So now this is the finished product.
Okay, there we go.
We're going to take the steak, and I'm just going to go ahead and slice it on the angle. You want to go kind of against the grain.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. It's absolutely amazing.
Here, let me help out here.
Oh, yeah, please do.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Now, the guest house.
Yeah.
You got Vegas, you got Austin, you got a new location in Scottsdale, correct?
We do.
Talk to us about the menu there. What can people expect?
Oh, you know what? They can expect a little bit of everything and a lot of surprises. The way that we present and we serve everything, it's fun, it's interactive, it's amazing. It's just a great, look at that steak. Tell me that's not amazing.
No, it is incredible. I have to tell you, it's so tender. One of my issues with skirt steak is it can be a little bit tough when I prepare it. And doing it the way you do you marinate it? How do you get it so tender like this?
You know what? Honestly,
it's
just the way you cook it, and you cut it against the grain, and it's just taking care of the product. We want the best product we possibly get our hands on. Let the vegetables speak for themselves. Let the steak speak for itself. It's just a nice, easy steak. Always cut against the grain, though.
Okay, let's get back to the menu a little. I haven't tried the salad yet, so I want you to talk, and I'm going to eat. Tell us a little bit more what you can expect. Obviously, this is on the menu. What else can people enjoy there?
We have an amazing spicy rigatoni. Believe it or not, we have by far the best chicken tenders around. They are made daily, and they are so delicious. We also have our tomahawk steaks. We have Wagyu beef. We have amazing shrimp and oysters and warm seafood plateaus. It's a great, great, great place to just experience. We have amazing cocktails that are interactive at the table where you get dry ice and fog. It's fun.
I'm showing up. I'm coming. The key is for me to try to wrap this while I still have food in my mouth. And listen, you're amazing.
Hey, thank you so much.
Chef.
Appreciate
All
it,
right,
guys.
everybody.
Thank you.
You can get these recipes at GoodMorningAmerica.com. And when we come back, our Martha Raddatz is here to talk about her new book, The Hero Next Door. Stay with us.
We are back now with our ABC News Chief Global Affairs anchor, Martha Raddatz, and a role model for so many of us here. She has written a new book called The Hero Next Door, Stories of Patriotism and Purpose. It's a collection of stories about the men and women who serve in our nation's military. Martha, such a joy to be here with you. Just talk to us about what inspired you to write this book, got you here.
Well, I think because I've known a lot of these people for decades in this book, and I've always wondered what happens when they get out, or many of them are still in, but just how they find purpose, and they're all so driven to help people. I mean, that may sound like a crazy thing, but they join the military. They joined the military to help us, to help people, and it's finding their purpose. And I think one of the things and reasons I wanted to do it is I've always sort of thought of myself as a bridge between the military. I've been in overseas conflicts so many times, and I see these people as human beings, and I want everybody to feel that, to know their humanity, to know that they're parents too, sons and daughters, mothers and husbands, and it is just something that I was so involved in from the very beginning, knowing the people and seeing their empathy and my empathy for them, that I really just want to share their stories. And they're incredibly inspiring, from, you know, a mother who's been helping her son through a traumatic brain injury for more than 20 years. Wow. He was in his 20s, she was 49, she's now 70, and still helps him, and he lives with her every day, to, you know, the classic cocky fighter pilot who had some incredible bombing runs over Syria where a bomb wouldn't fall off his airplane, and he had these harrowing landings. But they all have something in common. It is just that they want to serve our country. They want to help people.
And this sounds like a bit of a love letter to those who serve our country, and there's so many moving stories in it. What ties them all together?
I think what ties them all together is their purpose and their humility. I mean, there's not anybody in this book who asked to be in this book, believe me. And I really did have to say, look, I really want to write about you. A couple of them I'd written about before, about a battle. And, you know, 20 years later, these same kind of brotherhood guys are helping each other through PTSD. So I've been on that journey with them, and I think all of that binds each one of them together, from the fighter pilot to the soldiers who are having PTSD. They all have this in them to keep going, to have purpose, and to help.
It's so beautiful that you're spreading these stories and letting people in on some of these insights as well. Now, when you first started covering the Pentagon over 30 years ago, it's amazing.
I'm proud of it.
It's incredible.
No hesitation.
No, I mean, that is an amazing thing. You kept two words in your heart, almost like a mantra that you would say to yourself: respect and remember. So why did those two words have such an impact on you? And then also, how can people at home keep those two words in their heart, in their mind, and have it affect their lives, our lives?
I think respect started when I first started covering the Pentagon, because I knew nothing. I knew no acronyms. You learn pretty fast that they don't even know what the acronyms are, okay? But I thought I need to start from a level of respect. For them to respect me, I have to respect them. I have to respect what they do is not political. It is the orders from their officers for our country. So I started that level of respect. But then when you leave, and when everybody kind of forgets about it, right? If we're not hearing daily stories about war, the war is over, we kind of forget about them. But those people still have injuries or difficulties, or the mother with the son. They are still living the life that I covered in some cases more than 20 years ago, and I really wanted to see what keeps them going and the purpose that they have found.
Wow. And we have so much respect for you, Martha. Thank you so much for being here and sharing these stories. The Hero Next Door is available right now. We'll be right back.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Have a great day. See you.
See you.